I'm Stephen Foskett from Tech Field Day, and we are here with Intel in San Francisco for Intel Cloud Day. And this morning, Intel made some announcements, some new Xeon processors, the E5 V4. They talked about their first 3D SSD. But as you may know, I'm a storage guy, and so I'm really pleased to be here with Jason Davidson, who represents EMC. And it's nice to have you.
Glad to be here, Stephen.
Now, a lot of people might not know. They might say, hey, EMC and Intel, I didn't know that was a thing.
Right.
But it is.
Yeah, it goes way back. Actually, the Dick Egan, the E in EMC, is a former Intel employee. He worked for the late Andy Grove, which we're all sad about, his departure. But Dick Egan learned a lot from Andy, brought what he called his Grovisms over to startup EMC, and a lot of the culture that I experienced as a former Intel employee as well. I've experienced in good ways at EMC.
Yeah. So as a former Intel employee who came to EMC, what are the EMC-isms or the Intel-isms that have become EMC-isms?
Sure. As I experienced when I came on to EMC, that there was a lot of really solid engineering efforts at both companies. We definitely have a lot of geeks in both companies. They're very geek-driven. And we really try to do the hard things, the complex things right. And I think that the customers experience that with Intel chips, like the new E5 that just was announced today. A fantastic piece of equipment that will do well for a lot of people. The EMC arrays and the EMC products that we make in software-defined storage and cloud to get you up and running real quickly and remain up and running in a very reliable fashion.
So specifically, what Intel parts can we find inside EMC systems?
So currently, and for many years, every EMC piece of hardware that ships has Intel processors in it. Many of them have Intel switches, fabric, NAND. There's a lot of Intel non-volatile memory in our machines. We have a wide array of a bunch of different Intel technologies in every piece of hardware we ship, completely Intel across the board.
So we can maybe put a little Intel Inside sticker on the front of the VMAX?
It is on there.
Is it on there?
Yes, it is on there.
Oh, that's fantastic. How did I miss that?
It's because the VMAX is so large and the sticker is only so big.
Yeah, exactly. It's a small sticker.
But yeah, even the new DSSD D5s that just launched, they have Intel stickers on them. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's great. I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, they're great.
I've been following that.
They're fantastic.
So now, one of the things that Intel does is they have different builders. They have network builders. They also have storage builders.
Yes.
Are you involved in that?
Yes, we're involved in all the builder programs.
Yep.
So you'll see a logo on the websites. And storage builders, Intel actually came and talked to us early on in the program because with our deep engagement we have between the two companies, we already are engaged in a lot of the levels of benefits that the storage builders provides. However, there's a unique difference of what we see for storage builders is the ecosystem that's going to be developed of different partners. For example, I've been very involved at EMC in what we have in our open source software-defined storage controller with Intel, where we launched what we call Copperhead, which is our Viper controller. We launched it last EMC World, and prior to that, we actually engaged with the Intel team and got a really good collaboration to actually figure out how to do this. Because it wasn't necessarily in EMC's DNA in the past, and Intel has come in and really trained us on how to do that. So we collaborate really well in those areas, and going forward, we see the storage builders as an opportunity to collaborate with the ecosystem and try to drive things that really matter to make storage better and COGS even better too.
Great. So I hear that EMC and Intel are working on something pretty special for storage builders. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So today we have a group of employees in the Arizona Intel location that has a very large array of servers. And on that array, they've actually built up a solution that's got Scale I/O for software-defined storage. It's got Lustre for a file system. And it's actually been built up into a very high-performance solution that's going to be interesting to some very large customers out there that I won't say the names of yet. But when you go to the Storage Builders website, you're going to see in a short while some of this write-up, which is very exciting. But that's part of the value of the Storage Builders program to us, is starting to look to some of these solutions out there that are going to be very impactful to the world.
Yeah, and the systems out there, can I ask, Did they use the E5?
They do use the
All
E5.
right,
It's,
there we
it's,
go.
Using E5, InfiniBand, the latest networking, the latest non-volatile disks. The SSD that you see that was
you guys are using the 3D
it's in there in the array. So
and the dual ported SSD.
Dual ported, we are all over it. So non-volatile, NVMe Express, you name it. So.
That's awesome, and it's a chance for people really to get hands-on experience. Some of the biggest customers out there to get hands-on experience with this hardware and this software. I mean, people don't think of EMC maybe as a software-defined storage company, but you have so many products in that space.
Yes, actually, every one of our product lines is going with options for virtual versions and software versions, and we have for the average software-defined storage person, we have what we call the free and frictionless option, which is you can download it and use it for non-production and build up your test environments and be up and running really quickly. And that's been a very big reaction by most of the SDS sort of network storage administrators. So.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you. Again, I'm Stephen Foskett from Tech Field Day. If you'd like to learn more about Intel, about EMC, I recommend that you just hop over to Google and look for Tech Field Day EMC, Tech Field Day Intel. You'll find a lot of videos about these solutions, and I'm sure that also you can learn more about storage builders and about Intel Cloud as well in the same way. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.